students, welcome to all who are watching these videos. In this video, I start the topic permutations and combinations. Permutations and combinations, MCET problems, and this is the one of the toughest topics in the entire mathematics of the intermediate, and this is the most wanted topic for the students. All of you watch the videos and get the knowledge. This is the most important topic also. Number of bits comes from this topic in the examination. Okay, let us start the class. The students who will follow these videos will definitely get very good marks in the coming MCET examination. So all of you watch the videos, make the notes and practice the questions. This is a very important topic. Okay, let us start the class. So all of you listen carefully. When you know the subject, then directly you can tell the answer. So the subject is very important here to this topic. Okay, listen. The first question: an automobile dealer provides motorcycles and scooters in 3 body patterns and 4 different colors each. Okay, then the number of choices open to a customer is. So given that an automobile dealer provides motorcycles and scooters. Okay, automobile dealer provides motorcycles and scooters. That is, these are the motorcycles, these are the scooters. Motorcycles and scooters are available now in 3 body patterns. That is, here we have 3 types of motorcycles and 3 types of scooters. Okay, each one is 4 different colors available. That is, to this model 4 colors available, to this model 4 colors available, like that. To each model 4 colors available. That is, the total number of cycles and scooters is equal to 12 plus 12 is equal to 24. Understand? In a shop, motorcycles and scooters are available. Three models are available. Motorcycles are 3 models and scooters are 3 models, and each one is available in 4 colors. That is, first model in 4 colors, second model 4 colors, third model 4 colors, like that. That is, total is equal to 24. Okay, this is the actual processor. Now the shortcut is 2 articles, 3 models, 4 colors. This is the fundamental principle. Okay, that is equals to answer 24. 2 articles, motorcycles and scooters, 3 body patterns, that is 3 models, 2 into 3. Each one is 4 colors, that is 2 into 3 into 4 is equal to 24. Simply answer is equal to 24. That's all. And that is the last option. Okay. Now the second question. In a class there are 10 boys and 8 girls. So in a class there are 10 boys and 8 girls. The teacher wants to select either a boy or girl to represent the class in a function. So the teacher wants to select only one person. The teacher wants to select only one person, either a boy or girl. Okay, either a boy or girl to represent the class in a function. So number of ways the teacher can make this selection is equal to, in how many ways the teacher can select the student. Total number of students is equal to 10 plus 8. Okay, so the teacher can select any one of them. That is, the selection can be done in 18 ways. 10 plus 8, that is equals to 18. The teacher can select either a boy or girl. Okay, that is, total number of persons is equal to 18 here. The teacher can make the selection in 18 ways. That is, the teacher can select one person from the 18 persons. That can be done in 18 ways. That's all. That is the answer. This is also fundamental principle. This is also fundamental principle. Here, what is the difference between these two? Here, motorcycles, each one 3 patterns and each one 4 colors. So here, end symbol. Here we have the end symbol. Motorcycles and 3 body patterns and 4 colors. But here, either a boy or girl. R means we take the plus symbol, and means we take the into symbol. Understand? Listen the next question. 2n plus 1 into 2n plus 3 into 2n plus 5 and so on, 4n minus 1. Now we want this value. So we can solve the question directly also, but here I choose the verification method. Okay, that is, first we take that n is equal to 1 in the given question, finding that value and replacing 1 in the given options and taking the value. That is the procedure. Okay, first taking that n is equal to 1 in the given question and replacing n is equal to 1 in the given options. Please remember that when we choose the verification method, better to replace the value n is equal to 2. Better to replace the value n is equal to 2. Why? Because if you take the n is equal to 1, then almost all options are satisfied in the given question. Okay, you take n is equals to 1, then all options are satisfied. Mostly there will be a chance like that. For that reason, just to take n is equals to 2. Okay, now I am taking n is equal to 2 and substituting n is equal to 2 in the given question here. That is, n is equal to 2 means here we choose two values, two terms, that is 2 into 2 plus 1, 5 into 2 into 2 plus 3, 7. So the answer is equal to 35. Okay, when we take n is equal to 2 in the given question, then we get the answer is equal to 35. Now we are taking the options one by one and replacing the n is equal to 2 in the options. I have to check at which option the answer returns a 35. Understand? So first I take the first option. What is the first option? 4n factorial by 2 power n into 2n factorial whole square. Now I am replacing that n is equal to 2 here. N is equal to 2 means what it value? It is equals to 8 factorial. 2 power n is equal to 2 square is equal to 4. 2n factorial, that is equals to 4 factorial. Okay, now this is equals to 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial by 4 factorial into 4. Okay, so this is not equals to 35. Okay, clearly it doesn't return the value 35. So this is not the correct option. So this is not the correct option. Now taking the second option. What is the second option? This is equals to 4n factorial into n factorial by 2n factorial whole square. That is equals to 4n factorial, 8 factorial, n factorial, 2 factorial, 2n factorial, 4 factorial whole square. Again this is equals to 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 by 4 factorial by 4 factorial into 4 factorial into 2. So here also it doesn't return the value 35. After taking the simplification, it doesn't return the value 35. So this is not the correct option. Now checking the third option. Third option is 4n factorial into n factorial by 2 power n into 2n factorial whole square. Okay. So here in these cases we get the value which is more than 35. Now what is this? 4n factorial, that is 8 factorial into 2 factorial by 2 power n, that is 4 into 4 factorial whole square. Okay. Now this is 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial into 2 factorial is equal to 2 by 4 into 4 factorial into again 4 factorial is equals to 24. Okay. Now these two terms gets cancelled and 6 is cancelled by 4 times, 4 is cancelled by 2 times and 2 is cancelled by 2 times. These two terms gets cancelled. So answer is equal to 35. That is, clearly the third option returns the value 35. Yes, this is the correct answer. So answer is equal to 35. That's all. Now the next question, sum number 4. Summation r is equal to 1 to n r square plus 1 into r factorial. So here also to solve this question we have to take the verification procedure. So first I take that n is equal to 2. Okay, already I told you that we have to replace n is equal to 2, follow the verification procedure. So n is equal to 2. Then what is the question? Summation r is equal to 1 to 2. Okay, n is equal to 2. And this is r square plus 1 into r factorial. That is, first I take r is equal to 1 here. 1 square plus 1. That is 2 into 1 factorial plus r is equal to 2 substitution. 2 square plus 1. 5 into 2 factorial. Now what is the answer? 2 plus 5 into 2, 10. That is equals to 12. So answer of the given question is equals to 12. Now we have to check the options one by one. What is the first option? N plus 1 factorial. But what is n value? N is equal to 2. 2 plus 1, 3 factorial. That is 6. So this is not the correct option. Now taking the second option, n plus 2 factorial minus 1. Now replacing that n is equal to 2. 2 plus 2, 4 factorial minus 1. 24 minus 1, that is equal to 23. So this is not the correct option. Now taking the third option, n into n plus 1 factorial. What is n value? 2. 2 into 3 factorial. So this is 2 into 6, that is equals to 12. Yes, this is the correct answer. So answer is equal to third option. Very easy questions. Just taking that n is equal to 2 and checking the options. That's all, by verification procedure. So answer is equal to third option. Next question, sum number 5. The remainder obtained when 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus and so on 100 factorial is divided by 240. Okay, so here one expression is given. The question is, if this total expression is divided by 240, then what is the remainder? Okay, that's the given question. Now first I take the given question here, 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial plus 4 factorial plus 5 factorial plus 6 factorial plus 7 factorial and so on up to 100 factorial. Okay, this is the given expression. Now this is 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial plus 4 factorial plus 5 factorial plus what is 6 factorial? 720. What is 720? Multiple of 240. Okay, 720 is equal to multiple of 240, that is 240 into 3. Now what is 7 factorial? 7 into 6 factorial. Of course this is also a multiple of 240, that is from this number all these terms are the multiples of the 240, since in the 6 factorial we have the 240. In the 6 factorial we have 240, that is all these numbers are the multiples of the 240, that is I take 240 common from all these numbers. Okay, just I take 240 common from all these numbers, since these are all the multiples of the 240. Now when we divide this total expression by 240, then here 240 and 240 gets cancelled. Now this is the remainder value. When we divide this total expression by 240, now here 240 gets cancelled, so this is the remainder value. So what is this value? 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus 24 plus 120. Okay, now adding the numbers, 150, 153. So this is the remainder. That's all, and that is the first option. Very easy question. We have to take the 240 common from the terms. Here the numbers 1 factorial to 5 factorial, there is no 240 number, so leave those numbers, and from the remaining numbers just to taking 240 common and cancel that number, then this will be the remainder. That's all. Next question, if 2n plus 1 pn minus 1 is to 2n minus 1 pn is equal to 3 is to 5, then what is n value? So here also it's better to take the verification process. We solve the question by following the verification. What is the first option? N is equals to 4. So given that n is equal to 4, so first I am checking this value. Okay, listen. 2 into 4, 8 plus 1, 9p3, n minus 1 is equal to 3 by 2 into 4, 8 minus 1, 7p4 is equal to 3 by 5. Understand? Just replacing the 10 is equal to 4 here. Now what is the numerator value here? 9 into 8 into 7. Okay, by 3 value. Here 3 means we take the 3 values in the decreasing order. Here 4 means we have to take 4 values. 7 into 6 into 5 into 4. Okay, now this is equal to 3 by 5. Now see here, 7 and 7 gets cancelled. 3 3s are 3 2s are 2 4s are 8 8. What is the answer? 3 by 5. Yes, this is the right answer. So without checking the options, directly here we can get that this value is equal to 3 by 5. That is, first option is the correct answer. That's all. Sum is over. Next question, sum number 7. If NP7 is equal to 42 into NP5, then what is n value? Okay, listen. NP7. What is NP7? We have to take 7 values in the decreasing order. N into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4, n minus 5, n minus 6. 7 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to take the values 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Understand? Is equal to 42 into NP5. We have to take 5 values. N into n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4. Okay. Now just cancel these 5 values. What are the remaining values? N minus 5 into n minus 6 is equal to 42. What is 42? 7 into 6. Simply equating the first value to first value, that is n minus 5 is equal to 7. Then n is equal to 12. That's all. This is the answer. Either taking that n minus 6 is equal to 6 or n minus 5 is equal to 7. Here we have the values in the decreasing order. Here also we have to take the values in the decreasing order. Understand? We don't take that here 6 into 7. Here we have to take only 7 into 6. Since here n minus 5 greater than n minus 6. So here also we must take 7 greater than 6. We have to take in that order. Okay. In the same order we have to take the numbers here. These are the product of the two consecutive numbers. So here also we have to take the product of the two consecutive numbers in the decreasing order. Therefore n is equal to 12. That's all. And that is the last option. Next question, if 15 PR is equal to 32,760, then what is R value? Very easy question. So 32,760. We have to take the factors to this step. So see here we have the number 15. So first I do the division with that number. Okay. So here we have the number 15. So I am doing the division with that number. That is 15 2s are 30, 27, 15 1s are 15, 12, 126, 15 8s are 120, 16, 15 4s are 16. That's all. Now I take the division with 7 here. 7 3s are 7 1s are 7 2s are. Okay. Again I take the division with 2 here. 2 1s are 2 5s are 2 6 are. So 7 why? Because I take the 7 2 here. 7 2s are 14. Okay. 15 14. What is the next number? 13. We want the 13. That is 13 1s are 13 2s are. Therefore this total value is nothing but 15 into 14 into 13 into 12. Understand? 15 into 14 into 13 into 12. That is 15PR is equal to, this is nothing but 15P4. Here we are taking the 4 numbers in the decreasing order, that is 15P4. Therefore the value of R is equal to 4. That's all. Next question, if NPR is equal to 5040, then what are N comma R values? Okay. So here also I take the number and doing the short division. First I take the number 10 here. 10 into 504. Now taking the number 9 here. 5 9s are 45, 54, 6. And this is 7 into 8. Okay. Therefore the given question value, this number value is equal to 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. That is NPR is equals to 10P4. Okay. Here we have the 4 values in the decreasing order, consecutive numbers. Therefore N is equal to 10, R is equal to 4. That's all, and that is the second option.